Some of the things that I noticed about the skills of counseling, the therapist took a lot of time just basically getting the client to understand what their issue was. So before he could even start really trying to therapeutically cover some of the concerns that he thought they might have, because the issues that I could tell from what the sessions were very common people problems. The therapist took the time to allow them to reflect on what they had an issue with before he prompted any kind of advice or information. So based upon that, the skills I noticed was he listened. He listened very intently. He didn't jot down notes or fidget. He was very attentive to what they were saying. And at every point when they gave a lot of detail, he would stop to allow them to reflect on what he thought they said, basically breaking down the individual thoughts of all the issues that they expressed to him. So I did also notice that when he was with one particular guest, she had an issue concerning family. And I know that I myself have experienced therapy as well before. So those skills that he showed, and similar to what I would expect a therapy session to be, they were very similar to what I had experienced attending therapy and what I would expect therapy to be. He covered some of the major things that I think, even in my own individual therapy sessions, were covered. They want you to see where you started from. They want you to see what your issue was, cover the issue, and get you some tools to move past whatever point or problem you're entering. I wouldn't say that he didn't necessarily do anything I wouldn't expect him to have done. I personally prefer when therapy sessions were a little bit more interactive or abrasive, due to the fact that you do want someone to hear you out, and he absolutely let them pour their heart out, their issues of the heart. But I think it's also important that a therapist act in a position to challenge you to become more self-aware. Some of the issues that were discussed in the sessions were people problems. We all have people problems, but some of the issues that were discussed allowed the individuals to kind of reflect on what they were and were not doing as a member of their family or a member in their own relationships. They felt like they were failing because they weren't achieving something that they needed for themselves.